Hello and welcome to Katie Pavlich Tonight. Well, Saturday night's White House Correspondents Dinner started out as a joyous occasion, one of seeing old friends, a much-needed fashion infusion to Washington, D.C., red carpet photos, and seemingly a one-night truce between President Donald Trump and the reporters who cover him. Inside the ballroom, President Trump and the First Lady took their seats on the stage, and the color guard marched through the room and played the national anthem. Throughout the room, cabinet officials, many with their spouses, joined the president for his first correspondents' dinner while in office. As we got situated in our seats near the back of the room, 5 shots rang out, piercing normal sounds of a D.C. dinner. And at first, it was unclear if they were in the room or outside. And I thought, well, in a bit of tragic commentary on our times, here we go again. The next sounds were shattering glass as attendees rushed to the floor and under tables for cover from an unclear threat or threats. Then Secret Service agents and a counter-assault team with long guns rushed through the aisles, and by the time I turned to look for President Trump, he had already been swiftly evacuated with the First Lady. But the presidential seal on the lectern, where he planned to roast the press in good humor, remained. But when it was removed, it became clear that the party was really over. Trump, to his credit, tried to keep going, but for the reporters in the room, it was time to get to work. With my colleague Kelly Meyer, we tried to gather information about what happened and quickly learned an armed assailant on the floor above us had been taken down. And suddenly, the signs that read "Death to all of them" being waved by so-called protesters outside the dinner became more chilling. We rushed to the White House, where President Trump showed a unified front with his cabinet and senior officials. He addressed the country from the Brady briefing room, named after the White House press secretary severely wounded in the attempt on President Reagan's life outside the hotel we had just left.
As you know, this is not the first time in the past couple of years that our republic has been attacked by a would-be assassin who sought to kill. But in light of this evening's events, I ask that all Americans recommit with their hearts in resolving our difference peacefully.
Despite the night taking a dark turn, the president still worked in some laughs.
I was all set to really rip it. And I said to my people, this would be the most inappropriate speech ever made if I said one. So I'll have to save it.
Nearly 2 years after President Trump was shot in Butler and 6 months after Charlie Kirk was assassinated on a college campus, the temperature feels hotter than ever. In America, we're supposed to register our political disapproval at the ballot box through nonviolent protests and rigorous debate. Yet far too many on the left openly state that violence is a legitimate option against political opponents. We should and must reject this assault on the American way of life. I am tired of my friends being shot at or murdered for what they believe. And still, in the face of this violence, we must carry on. President Trump is taking flack because he's over the target and has proven to be a consequential president.
You know, I've studied assassinations, and I must tell you, the most impactful people, the people that do the most, you take a look at the people, Abraham Lincoln, I mean, you go through the people that have gone through this, where they got them. But the people that do the most, the people that make the biggest impact, they're the ones that they go after.
Despite the vile rhetoric and far too common attacks that stem from it, the show will go on.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.